Yeah, thanks Albert invitation for me to say some words on this topic, how to publish our researches. I divide my presentation into two parts. First is some concept about the topic, and then the second I would like to make a short introduction about the magazine, the transaction of other systems, and that I work out. Okay, so when we are talking about how to publish the researches, you can find many such kind of information from the website. So I summarize some of them and then also add some of my experience, and as follows, step by step. So first step is to read existing papers. So we have to pay attention to how other research papers are written. Not only the content, but also the format and also the type of articles, the writing styles, the topics, and the vocabulary. Okay, and of course we have then we can read the academic journals related to your field studies, and currently we can find many such kind of articles online. So we can do this search. We can search online. As compared to the old days when I pursued my PhD studies, we have spent a lot of time in the library to check out the paper and to xerox the papers. Now it's very convenient. Now just sit in front of the computer, you can easily download the papers to read. Okay, and also you can ask your colleague or professor, I think, to suggest the reading list. So this first step to read existing papers. Second, we can choose the proper publications to make sure that you are submitting your research with publication which can fit your paper well. So different journals have different focus or even different style. For example, some journals is more technology oriented, and some journals are more general in nature. Okay. The third step is to prepare your manuscript. So to prepare your manuscript with the correct format, just Gary to emphasize, you have to read the instructions to authors. I think each journal has its own instructions to authors or some author's guide, so you have to read it very carefully, just that you can prepare your manuscript in the right layout, typeform, length, and etc. And each paper has its focus and visions, just to catch the eyes of the author, of the reviewers and the readers. Okay, and write clearly, then we should avoid typos and grammatical errors. Okay, just emphasized by the previous speakers. Then get a pre-review. As 2 or 3 your colleague or your graduate students, I think your supervisor will be happy to review your research papers. Okay, and I think the quality is always important. So the research paper need to be present issues, need to present an issue of significance and relevance. And, okay, so pre-reading is important before the submission, and then according to the feedback from your colleague and professor, you have to revise your papers. Sometimes 3 or 4 times revisions is quite often, so you have to prepare, be patient. Okay, take time to make your paper clear, engaging, and easy to follow. And then submit your article. Again, make sure the right submission way to avoid wasted times. Some journal around online submission. I think nowadays many journals will accept online submissions. By others, they also accept hard copies. Okay, and the last but not the least is keep trying. After we submit a paper, we just wait for the outcome. mostly we get not very positive feedback. But it's quite often that the journals will ask you to revise it and submit it again. Actually, it's a good opportunity. You've got the result, it's the revisions. It means that you have good opportunity to revise it and to get it accepted finally. So, we submit, even if your paper are rejected, you continue to rewrite your research paper and submit it even to another appropriate publications. Okay, so you can keep trying. Yeah, this is the 7th step I summarized. And another issues I want to comment on is about presentism. So actually, according to IEEE have categorized the presentism into 5 degrees, from the most serious is level 1 to the least serious is level 5. In level 5 is presentism including the credit verbatim copies of a major portion of the papers without cost is level 5. The level 4 is the uncredited. Okay. Level 4 is uncredited improper paraphrasings of a page and paragraph. And level 3 is the uncredited verbatim copy of individual elements, such as the whole paragraph, the whole sentence, or several sentences, or even figures, copied figures, or reused figures. And level 2 is the uncredited verbatim copy of the large portions, less than half of the original papers. And the level 1 is the most serious one, is the uncredited verbatim copy of a full papers, greater than half of the original papers. So this is the IEEE classify the degree of plagiarism into 5 degrees. Okay, so how to report the plagiarism? You will find your article has been reused or copies. You can the way to report the plagiarism is that you have to prepare a case. The case including the proof. For example, the marked copy of your original paper showing the specific text that was reused, or some written description of the alleged misconduct, or maybe you have some communications like emails you might have already had with the author who may have misused your work. So after you prepare the case, then you can submit the case to the editor of the publications, or even you can submit to the IEEE IP rights office. Okay, this is the issue about the presentism. Now, the second phase of my presentation, I would like to make a short introduction about these transactions and the transactions on fuzzy system TFS. Okay, TFS the score. We publish the TFS by monthly, so we have 6 issues per year. The TFS will consider papers that deal with the theory, design, and applications of fuzzy systems ranging from hardware and softwares. Okay, and we have 2 categories of the paper. One is the regular paper, and the other is applications. So if you look at the introduction to author, you can find it on the web page or on each hard copy of our transactions. There is an introduction to authors, so you can see clearly what kind of paper is called the application papers. Okay, I think sometimes the author will submit their paper and will mention that it's an application paper, but after I read the paper, I will send it back and to tell the author that you should change the category from the application paper to regular papers. So it means that the author do not look at the guideline. What kind of paper can be called is considered as application papers. You can look at the guideline. You should look at the guideline. So we have the web pages, the transaction fuzzy system web pages, and in this web page, actually you can easily access it through the IEEE CIS our society, Computation Intelligence Society, and from there you can check in to these web pages. And these web pages contain many valuable online in-time informations. For example, we can provide update information for processing time, what time from submission to first decision for the average processing time, something like that. And also you can have effective keyword searches and paper classifications, so it's easy for you to identify the papers that you are interested in, and also provide some informative paper recommendations. And also you can connect to the social network through the website. So it's some snapshot of this website. So we have the bar chart. It's online, provide you the online information to tell you the current average sub to first decision time, sub to accepted times, and the second revisions, and accept rate of our journals. So such kind of information. And also I mentioned you can use your keywords to search the paper that you like. And also you can find some feature papers, such as a new paper, or top-cited paper, or top-download papers, something like that. And you can connect to the social network. And this is the website to provide your in-time information. And when you finish your manuscript and try to submit it, you can, there's a website for you, ScholarOne systems, for you to submit a paper to our transactions. So this is the snapshot for these websites. So we currently will only accept the online submissions. Okay. So after you submit your paper, there's some possible outcome. For the first decision, there are 6 possible outcomes from accept to the early rejections. Okay. Early rejection means that the associate editor, for example, when I got your manuscript, I will assign to one proper AE to take care of that. And AE will look at your manuscript, and if the AE feel that you don't need to go to send out to reviewers, and you may be seen, for example, the scope is does not fit the scope, the title, your content does not fit the scope of transactions, or there is obvious flaws in the paper, something like that. Okay, then you can decide to only reject, so you don't need to send it out to the reviewers. And he can suggest to me that the paper, there's some reason, and he suggests rejections to me, and I will make the final decision to see. And also reject submit means that you can have plenty of time to modify, to revise the papers, and to encourage you to submit it again as a new submissions. And major revision, minor revision, environment, etc. Okay, this is some possible outcomes. Okay, and I give you some numbers about our transaction budget systems. As I mentioned just now by Yao Xin, the impact factor this year just available actually yesterday is a 5.48. So it's a historic high for these transactions. So it's ranking the 3rd out of 242 in all the EEE categories, and ranked the 1st or the top in all the CS artificial intelligence magazines, and ranked the 3rd among the total 108 journals among all IEEE publications. So according to the impact factor, our ranking is quite good now. And also there's a H5 index. The transaction file system is still quite good. It increased from 44 to 54. Okay? And as compared to our competitive journals, the impact factor is high. The highest is the highlight. So this is the comparison to other compatible journals, such as budget system, transaction, and system and cybernetics. So the blue curve shows the impact factor from 2002 to 2012. Okay, and also we keep a good processing time. The time from the submission to the first decision is less than 2 months, and to the final decision is less than is about 3.8 months. So we try our best to keep the processing time as short as possible. And we see the submission, the number of submissions increases year by year. Also our rejection rate, however, our rejection rate still is quite high, so it's around 80%. So it's not. So as just mentioned, when you submit the paper to our journal, if you got the results revision, it's very good enough. Yeah, you should be happy. Okay. And the submission, total submission is around 800 papers per year. Okay, and okay, this is our processing time. So the red curve shows that we try our best to provide the best service to our authors, just that we can also the time for e-publications currently we keep it take about 27 weeks is quite good enough. Okay, and also we publish special issues, try to promote some specific area. For example, there's a special issue on advances in Type 2 fuzzy system we published in June, actually this month. And another special issue is ongoing is web-based intelligent support system using fuzzy set technologies. And there are some special issues under review, including the fuzzy robotics, fuzzy collaborative intelligence and systems, fuzzy rule-based network, and fuzzy interpolations. When I pursue my PhD study, I keep my eyes on the special issues, since the special issue has special processes. So sometimes its processing time is shorter than the regular papers, and also since it's a focus topic, so if the special issue fit the topic of your research is, you should try your best to catch the opportunity to submit the paper to the special issues. Okay. So for our transactions, we are currently trying to broaden our scope at all ends. At the basic research part, we focus on fuzzy theory and also the interface of cognitive and neuroscience and fuzzy logic. So this one, and the other end is on applications. So we focus on to apply the computation intelligence, especially fuzzy logic, in smart living technologies. Example like the IIT, Intelligent Information Technologies, especially the intelligent embedded software for IT systems or devices. So this is our feature, to broaden our scope at both ends. Okay, and finally I would like to introduce some directions for you to pursue if you are interested in your work to submit your manuscript to us. The first is about the fuzzy logic-based interdisciplinary researches. The first one is computation intelligence, try to apply the computation intelligence, especially fuzzy logic on the biological problems. For example, the fuzzy modeling of biomedical systems, or the fuzzy-based knowledge discovery for the processes and analysis of physiological signals like the EEG, ECG, etc. Or the fuzzy decision making, like arterial fibrillations, classification systems, something like that, such kind of application, and all the fuzzy-based feature extractions and selections. Another fuzzy logic-based interdisciplinary research is on the transfer learnings for big data. We try to, for example, to use the knowledge from one test to assist another in different domains. So example like the transferable fuzzy inference systems, or fuzzy collaborative intelligence, or the fuzzy machine learning techniques. Okay? So also intelligent information processes. Example like the intelligence support systems, so including the business intelligence like the Internet shopping system using fuzzy multi-engines, or e-learning intelligence, the fuzzy case-based reasoning e-learning systems, or e-commerce intelligence, like the product recommender systems, and e-government, the web search systems by fuzzy metrics. Okay? Another example on the intelligent information processing is the fuzzy interpolations. We try to, the research is trying to provide flexible means to perform reasoning in the presence of insufficient knowledge and information. So, in topic including the fuzzy interpolation systems, fuzzy interpolated learnings, and the fuzzy interpolation approximations. Okay, so the final, this slide just show you some possible directions for you to pursue. Okay, that's my talk. Thank you.
Thank you, City. So we now know much more about how to handle patient case and transaction facility system. Now may I invite Professor Simon Lucas to say something about the transaction on computation types of AI games.